Hello, my name is Nicole, and today our group will present: Is there a correlation between the electronic brand and the age of its consumer? In today's day and age, electronic devices are a part of everyday life. Everyone uses phones, laptops, and many other things. Therefore, many companies try to understand how people interact with technologies and what drives the purchase of one product rather than another. The essence of our research is to find out whether age matters regarding choosing an electronic brand, and if so, how different groups behave. As you can see from this slide, the problem lies in the fact that electronics are used by all age groups, and companies address different age groups simultaneously. Nevertheless, it remains unknown what every age group prefers regarding electronic brands. For instance, some might be interested in innovation, trends, and status, and many others may be interested in reliability and durability. This problem makes it impossible to develop effective marketing strategies, and we need to solve it. The objective of our research is to identify consumer preferences related to brands. More specifically, we intend to find out if there is any correlation between age and electronic brands chosen by people. The hypothesis states that young consumers are based by innovation, trends, and status, while older ones consider reliability and trust. This hypothesis is based on consumer patterns found in prior literature. However, our research will test this assumption and prove or disprove it.
For the literature review, prior studies often show that age influences consumer behavior, social media and peers impact younger users, and brand loyalty is often linked to consumer values. The first article analyzes how online purchase behavior of consumers differ among various age groups in the consumer electronic market with the use of quantitative survey that they asked participants among ages 19 years old to 35 years old. They found that social media use, content preferences, peer influence, and online reviews play a key role in shaping consumer behavior, and these behaviors are unique for various age clusters. This research is related to our question since both explore the connection between age and consumer behavior within the consumer electronic market. Their question was to explore the connection between age and consumer behavior within the consumer electronic market. Our question analyzes if there is a correlation between age and brand preference of consumers. This study conducted research only between the ages of 19 and 35, while ours will cover a wider range of people. The next article researched the reason behind consumers becoming loyal to electronic brands, such as Apple, Samsung, and others. They suggested that brand loyalty is influenced by innovations, perceived benefits, and identification with the brand. They did quantitative multi-case study using a post-hoc research design, focused on testing conceptual models using data. The sample size was over 300 participants, age range from 23 to 35, balancing genders. They went off if participants recently bought a tech product and the brands that they used. The method was a survey questionnaire distributed in university campuses using convenient sampling. The questions included information about loyalty, brand identification, perceived benefits, and brand innovations. This differs from ours because it is a narrower age group and is focused on psychology factors as to why people stick with brands. Our study focuses on patterns while they focus on explanations. We are doing what is happening while they do why it is happening. This research explores the impact of various demographic aspects such as age, gender, income, education, and occupation on consumer behavior regarding the purchase of electronic goods. They did this by conducting a quantitative survey that got 1,000 responses. This research is useful for our question in terms of subject matter since both examine the impact of age on consumer behaviors concerning electronics. They are different from one another since this study uses a more comprehensive approach and examines the and examines the influence on many more aspects than just age. Our question specifically focuses on identifying the correlation between age and electronic brand preference among consumers. The last article studies how different consumer values influence brand loyalty. This study was done in Taiwan. This article collected data from a survey of 157 people in the context of smartphone consumption. This study looks at functional value, emotional value, social value, and brand identification as determinants of brand loyalty. The results show that there was a positive relationship between the four determinants and brand loyalty. Emotional value had the strongest effect on brand loyalty. These positive relationships changed when considering age. Brand identification was more important to younger consumers than middle-aged consumers. As age increased, emotional value and brand identification were more important. This study was important because it clearly states how different determinants are more important to different age groups. This study does not specify which brands of different age groups prefer, which our study will be. Our study will add to how different age groups prefer assorted brands and why they are loyal to them.
Gap in research. While existing studies provide useful insights, many of them focus on limited age ranges or why people choose certain brands. Our study differs because we analyze a wider age range and focus on identifying patterns in brand preference rather than existing explaining behavior. When it comes to methodology, our study uses a survey to collect both quantitative and qualitative data. We divided participants into 6 age groups using quota sampling to ensure equal representation, with the total sampling size being 36 participants with 6 individuals per group. Our research design is multi-case because we are analyzing multiple cases with each case being an age group. The different cases will be compared to identify a pattern. The independent variable for this study is the different age groups, since that won't change. The dependent variable is what the consumer values, such as reliability, innovation, and price, since that can change depending on age group. So we analyze the data using both quantitative and qualitative methods. Quantitative data is visualized using pie charts and percentages, while qualitative responses are grouped into themes such as reliability and innovation. We then compare patterns across age groups. So these are hypothetical pie charts of what our data could look like. The pie chart on the left shows data collected from a younger age group, while the pie chart on the right shows data from older age groups. When it comes to validity and limitations, there are multiple. Firstly, with construct validity, the survey may not capture all factors that influence brand choice, such as marketing, advertising, and age groups, income, and wealth. Secondly, with internal validity, other variables such as income and accessibility may influence results. We cannot prove causation, only correlation when linking the data. Thirdly, with external validity, there is a small sample size of 36 participants, so results may not represent all consumers. With empirical validity, it may be difficult to replicate this study exactly because participants' responses may change over time and also technology trends evolve quickly. Lastly, in terms of practicality, it could be hard to gather participants from different age groups because there is no specific setting as to where to recruit those age groups. It is also time-consuming to do an online and in-person survey, especially if resources are limited.
According to our hypothesis, we expect to see the difference in age groups. Young participants will show a preference towards innovation and trendy brands, while older ones will demonstrate a preference towards reliability and consistency in these brands. Thus, if our hypothesis proves right, this information will be valuable for businesses. This research is important because it has many real-world applications. First, it can help companies target their audiences more effectively as they learn more about the consumer behavior patterns of different age groups. Second, this research can help companies design more effective marketing campaigns as they will understand what consumers are looking for in brands. Third, This research will help companies establish strong brand loyalty as they will be able to meet consumers' needs. In conclusion, our research focuses on investigating the impact of age on brand choice. Through conducting surveys, we hope to find out how different age groups prefer different electronic brands. Additionally, this study could be expanded in the future to include other factors, such as income or education, to gain a more complete understanding of consumer behavior. Thank you.